Bibby will try again.
James, recognizing nobody's there, has an appointment with the basketball and finishes it emphatically.
Dynasties come and go, and with the Warriors out of the playoffs, it's time to have the difficult conversation. One which is extremely difficult for the Warriors fans, but it's time to have the conversation. My name is Slymorh. I'm joined by Teddy here for the Put Back Show. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you're enjoying these videos, and it's time to have the tough conversation. And tough conversation it is. Yeah. With them out of the plane, beaten by the Sacramento Kings, and that was a difficult game for them. You feel like from start to finish, they didn't have a chance to win. All. They were slow. The Sacramento Kings were faster than them. And now, I think the big two, we can consider at least one of them to be leaving. Yeah. What is your whole take on the Warriors dynasty ending?
I think it's good. And it's time.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good that the dynasty has ended.
No, it's good they are splitting because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming because now it gives the team a sense of we need to rebuild. Because if you still have your core with you and then you are not producing, at least you make the plane every year, at least you feel like, oh, I still have a team. But then now with Clay going out, you have the sense of he must enter.
Clay going out is not confirmed.
Almost
potentially
going out. Now you have the sense of we need to rebuild, and I think the Warriors need to enter rebuild quick. If maybe you take Clay out and then Draymond
out. When you say rebuild, rebuild is totally scrape everything. So Clay out, Steph out.
Yes.
You are for Steph out.
Steph out. Everyone out. Just start all over. You see, rebuilding is hard. It's one of the topics where no one wants to go to, but then it has to. At a point in time, we will need to talk about rebuilding. And it should start now. It's better than now.
So if you say they should rebuild, who do you feel like they should rebuild around? Or they should wait for them to tank the season, get a good draft?
Yes, because now you have Kuminga. I think Kuminga is decent. And maybe when you tank the season, you may get a first round pick and maybe you see how you can move. But rebuild takes years, maybe 5 years, 6 years. So they should start rebuilding now. Because with what OKC is doing, with what Spurs has started, with what Jazz wants to do next season, if you don't start now, the West will become so stacked, you won't be able to catch up and it will take so much time.
I think I'm also for rebuilding, but not in that sense. I think Teddy was way too extreme for me. They gave Draymond Green a contract. I don't think he's leaving next season. But for Klay Thompson, he wanted a max contract extension. I don't think he's not getting it. He's probably going to leave. But now they'll have to enter into the free agency market. And there are a lot of players in free agency. We can speak of the Clippers, Paul George. It's in free agency. If the Warriors get Paul George, they could contend again. There are a lot of other players that we could get into that the Warriors can potentially look at. So I don't feel like making everybody go away is an option for the Warriors. Just kind of rebuilding, restructuring in such a way that Klay Thompson has to go. Because honestly, Klay Thompson, it's time. But watching the Warriors and not speaking of the dynasty ending, this kind of takes my mind back. The Golden State Warriors, when they absolutely terrorized everybody in the league a few years ago. When they had Durant, even without Durant, they put everybody on lock. And now it's time to say goodbye. I think it just tells us that when we are watching teams, we should cherish them when they are there.
Yes. You see, this is one of the things where, as basketball fans and fanatics, we need to appreciate because
we don't do that.
We don't at
all. Bickering and arguing
at all because at their peak, they're one of the best. And then, whilst as basketball fans, when we keep watching, we keep comparing. Maybe 2016 Warriors Bulls, 2016 this, 2016 that. You are not appreciating what they are doing, but now it's gone. The only thing you can do is go back to videos and watch. But they've had an amazing run, and then it's time.
And when you're living in the moment, you should appreciate the moment. I agree with Teddy, like 100%. And if you look back on what the Warriors did, Steph Kerr, Klay Thompson, and of course, partially Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, what these guys brought to the Bay Area, they completely changed it. They brought 4 whole rings to the Bay Area.
And not to talk of spacing, they redefined spacing. Like basketball, we knew spacing, but then they took it to another level. This was the time where someone is curling, there's a pin down, like it's a whole lot. Basketball being moved, people are moving, people are setting screens, people are shooting. We never saw anything like that till there was the Golden State Warriors. It kind of cast
my mind back to Steve Nash's Suns because they were also a run and gun style. True. But as Teddy said, the Warriors redefined basketball. But let's go to how things ended and their dramatic ending. Do you feel like the ending was good? Because against the Sacramento Kings, let's get into that game. right at the start of the game, you kind of felt like the Warriors weren't in it because the Sacramento Kings took the lead early. Did the Warriors even ever lead?
They never.
I think that's once, or they never led throughout the whole of the game, and you felt like Steph Curry was Steph Curry, but not to his peak. Remember that his last game at the Golden One Center in the playoffs, he dropped 50. This time he dropped, I think, 28, and the team just wasn't good enough. And of course, I have to come to the elephant in the room, Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
0 points. Come on. In potentially his last game. Now, I know he's probably going to get a statue at the Bay Area, but in the last game, this is probably the worst way someone could go sign out.
Worst way. I feel like they didn't have enough defensive dogs on the floor because I believe strongly if they had Gary Payton on the floor and with the way Klay was playing, they would have reduced his minutes, given more of the minutes to Gary Payton to hold Kigamari because no one was holding Kigamari. DHO into a screen and then he just shoots. He kept going into that himself and Sabonis every time, and there was no one guarding him. Just cuts the defender off his tail, he's shooting, and there was no stopping. So if there was Gary Payton, that thing wouldn't have continued.
Well,
and Fox, we said Fox hadn't been Fox we knew, but then
on the day,
Fox was amazing.
Fox was impressive.
The whole team was amazing.
That's the end of the Golden State Warriors. It's sad to see, but hopefully we get another dynasty like that, and maybe the OKC Thunder can do something like that. But
maybe
we don't know.
The Celtics.
Hey, Charlie, let's be serious here. The Golden State Warriors, possible end of the dynasty. What do you think in the comment section? Thanks for watching the video. It was a pleasure to give you this one. What do you think about the Warriors dynasty ending? And I have to end it in one way. I know Warriors fans are not going to be happy, and I hope Teddy will assist me here. Keegan Murray! Signing out. Thanks for watching the video.